it's Mike with the 61 Beetle and the 66 split bus. I'm finishing some stuff up here on the Beetle, especially the audio system that I have put in the Bluetooth. As you guys have probably seen, so I have the back speakers, which are these guys here. I don't know if it's possible to see those, but those are the back speakers, and the Bluetooth is this guy here, and then one speaker is supposed to go in here behind there. And that's a pretty small speaker, like about a 5-inch speaker. And what I'm going to do, so I've got to take this off, which I'll do in just a second. What I want to do is put this speaker here, which is actually a 6 1/4 Kenwood speaker. It's going to be connected to the mono, because I did a 3 output setup where there's 2 stereos for the back and 1 mono speaker in the front. And the thing is this will not bolt in to there because it's too big of a speaker. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm making out of wood here, and this is like about almost an inch thick plywood. What I'm going to do is cut this out so that it makes a ring around right here, not touching, of course, the actual speaker flexi area. Then I'm going to put 4 little metal brackets on the inside that just come in to where that 5-inch speaker would mount. So 4 little, very firmly attached metal pieces so that I can screw in this wooden bracket, and then I can screw the speaker onto the bracket, and we'll see if that design works. So I decided to use wood rather than sort of welding together a bracket. I'm going to have to take this piece off here because these holes that the bracket goes through are a little bit bigger and require, I think, a screw to, or a bolt or a screw to go through this way and then lock on with a nut and a lock washer coming back the other way. So I'll have to take the tabs and undo that. So let me start by just taking off the wire cover here. Maybe that'll do it. Let's see. All of them except this last top right one, and I don't want to scratch anything too bad, so there we go. Just had to bend it. So I'll straighten those out to put them back in. But basically, these 4 screws here, or these 4 holes here, need to be used for the speaker mount. And I'll go ahead and these tabs here, it's much easier to put this back if I have the tabs more or less straight, so I can go ahead and straighten these tabs out a little bit. Each time you take this thing off, they mangle up a little bit, and you don't want them to break off. Okay. Yeah, I had done something funky here with these, so I can actually put in the real, it's interesting, I didn't have the right parts initially when I put this together, so I didn't actually have these things, which I guess are the little things that can go into the holes. Let's see if that, that's what would sort of go in there. And so now my next step is to cut the cut this thing here, see if I can make the bracket actually fit. Alright, so here's what I've done. I cut this piece out, and then the speaker has this little ridge here. See the ridge around here, and then the 4 outer screw holes. So what I did is I made it so that the ridge will tuck into that little, I used the Dremel with the little the bit, and I made it so that that will countersink into there, the ridge, so that then the front of the speaker looks like this. Now all I have to do is make this go with this side here, has to mount let's see, has to mount onto here. At all possible, and not get in the way of this wiring harness here, which I'm gonna have to pull up and out of the way. Alright, so I've kind of fabricated this piece, and on the back I have these, and what I realized is 2 of these need to be right on the edge, so I marked E for edge, and 2 of them need to be about 1 centimeter in, so that's all approximated. And now I have these screws here that I'm going to put in from the front of the dash to the back, and we'll see if they work. Alright, so here's my speaker. And here's my bracket that I now have in place. You can see the little tiny things coming through. And then over on this side, this is the little grill that I'm just fitting into place. So it has the screen on the back. You can see that I've got the, these are probably the wrong rubber things, but I might already kind of, not glued, but put a tiny bit of silicone on there anyway when I was putting that in. So this is the way it is, and here are my 4 screws for the speaker. And so all I have to do is get this thing into place and bend the flaps down, and then I will, let's see, it seems to hit just a little bit here. So I'll bend this little flap, get these flaps into place, and then I'm going to mount the speaker. Alright, so I sort of assembled a cable here that I'm going to use. So let's see if I can put this here. So here are 2 sort of spades. These go to the mono. So one has the black line. So I will connect these 2 here, and one of these has the black line. So I will connect, see if you can see this, black line to black line, see if it'll go in there. There's a fader on the Bluetooth, so I have to make sure that the mono speaker in the front doesn't like completely overwhelm me, because I'll be sitting right next to it. That has to be on pretty low, and the ones in the back have to be on louder. So, but hopefully with this fader on the front I can control that completely. So that goes like that, and then pull this wire. Let's see, this can basically go underneath here. Put put the padding back down. This cardboard thing back down. And this wire is the new wire. That's gonna come into here where this is my wire for the Kenwood. And again, there's one with the black and one without. So I will put the black on the black one. This should probably have a, these are not protected. So I'm gonna just wrap some electrical tape around it, but let's first test it out. Okay, so let's see how the front speaker does. So I'll get the Bluetooth going. Okay, it's definitely coming out of there. So what I need to do is reduce. It sounds pretty good, but I need to reduce the fade on the back. The way I do that is while I have my basically I have to pull this thing up. Might as well just take that out. Take this pad out. And basically there's this little block here and I can adjust my fade. So I'll just set up my if I can get at these screws. I might need my, I need my little elbow screwdriver. But that speaker definitely works up front. It's just a little too loud right now. I'll go get the other one that I've got and we'll see. So let's see. Here's the fade. That's all the way in the back. I'm just gonna turn it up because it feels like it might be blown. Yeah. Why does it make that noise? I'm gonna test it against the other speaker. Alright, I swapped the speaker. One that doesn't seem to be blown. This one's in there. I did the fade. So I'm in here. I get a little out of here, but the majority seems to be coming out of the back. So I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. I might adjust the fade, you know, if I don't like the balance there, but I think it's pretty good. So, all right, I'm just going to, so that's the end of it. I zip tied it up, and I'm going to close this up. Should be good. All right, just to close the loop on this, so I've closed this all up with the speaker, and this all looks good. Carpet is now back in place, and the wire guard is in place, and this speaker in here is has got the right fade, and that's the speaker that's here behind here, of course. So that is installation of the front speaker. So, you know, like or subscribe if you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm almost done on this Beetle, so I'm probably going to go back and do a few things on my bus. Bus has been being ignored the past, you know, since October really, so the past 3 or 4 months at least. But yeah, as I said, like or subscribe, and I'll keep on going with the Beetle and the bus.